Hello everyone, and welcome back to I Want Take the Time Machine 2 guide. Today we'll be covering the first world, the Glacial Age. But before I start, I just wanted to tell you something. Even though this guide is going to barely scratch the surface of the text form of the skips, but it will still cover deep enough for you to be able to get sub 40 in this game and even go a bit further. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, I'm going to teach you how to fly. So, try holding down and up keys, and then pressing shift. As you can see, you can't do anything. But, for example, if you falling and you spam shift key, you can see that I was stuttering for a bit. That happens. So this is where our spam key comes into play. Let's walk off and spam. As you can see, I'm spamming shift and I'm flying. That happens because every shift is half your speed, half your falling speed, and yeah, that's the trick behind it. So try to get consistent at doing this combination of keys, which is really hard to pull off, but I hope this helps. This is how I do it. I put my middle finger down and my I put my thumb down and my middle finger up, and I hold the right key with my ring finger, and I use index key to spam the right shift key to use the spam key. So it looks something like this. Yeah. Also, if you're wondering, there is a way to spam to the left, and it's not really that different. You just put your ring finger on the up button and your middle finger on the left button, and that's it. That's how you spam to the left. So it looks something like this, but that's rarely ever used. So yeah, now that this is covered, let's begin playing first act. Okay. Right off the bat, there is something you can do here. You can just walk off and hold down. Yeah. Also, this is ice, so be careful. You could ignore the safe. You could just do this, but if you want to play it safe, you can take it. We are going to play mostly safe, so this is mostly going to look like normal platforming. I'm not going to explain any fast cycles. Find them yourself or look up a text guide. Yeah, and this is where our flight comes into play. You can either do a safe reset here, or you can just go for it after doing this jump. Yeah, that's the first instance of flight. Okay, here you can safe reset for a good cycle. If you do it, you can also get a good cycle from the beginning of the stage. Anyways, here you want to hold a shift button and then hold right. And somewhere around here you need to release the shift key so you don't hit the spike. And then do this. Yeah. Here's a good no death cycle. If you don't die, you can get it. But I recommend taking a safe in case you fail. Even if you do fail, you just need to wait for a bit. It's not that critical. Anyways, moving on. Some more platforming. Here, what you can do here is... hold on. Come on, just be safe. Okay, you can safe reset here. It saves a bit of time over just landing and jumping. And just moving on. Okay. Here just normal platforming, nothing much to explain here. You can get a quick cycle for this one, but I'm not going to explain it. Alright. Here you can do something really specific. You can walk off this ledge and try one framing of this edge. I won't explain why, but No, I will explain. Basically, if you do this successfully, you can teleport over here. But it's not recommended, it's a bit RNG, and honestly it doesn't save much time at all. Because you can just do this. You can just hold right for the entirety of the jump refresher part. And just take a save. Here you need to save reset, activate this trigger, and then get this cycle. Like this. Yeah. That's a skip. Okay. Moving on. Here you can just hold right till you get here, then you need to jump immediately. And trigger this rock. And here you can use flight. And you can keep on flying through this part. This part actually wants you to do something like this, but we have a spam kit, so we can just use it to our advantage. Alright, do some tight platforming here. This part has a good safe reset cycle, like this. Moving on, nothing to say about this save. Okay. Alright. Here just do the platforming. This one has a quick cycle, but it's a bit difficult. You can do something like this, but it's a bit tight, so I recommend doing it like this for the first times. And then just do a backtrack. You don't need to take the save after the ring. And you're done. That was the first act. Yeah, I'm not getting max rank because I'm explaining. So, yeah. That was the first act. Now we have unlocked the second act. And we need to get there first. Move here. Okay. And A. Oh yeah, also to enter acts you need to press an A key. Just in case you didn't know, but this guide actually supposes that you have beaten the game before watching this guide. So yeah, here you can get close to this block and then jump inside of it to get to this spot. And this spot is really good because you can do this and you'll automatically fall through this hole, which is really good. Here you need to set up your jump somewhere like this. You need to bonk at this corner and just jump through that jump, which can be done by pressing jump and right simultaneously and then releasing the jump key shortly after. Something like this. So yeah, but I died for some reason, and yeah, that's because this is an Easter egg which kills you. But why am I doing that then? Well, the answer is really simple, because we can use our flight to jump over the trigger, fly over the trigger. Come on. This is a really hard key, by the way, so it requires a lot of practice. Come on. Okay, I got it. Let's see if I got the bigger skip. No. You can fly up to there and that skips even more parts of the level, but it's frame perfect almost, so not recommended. You can just really fly around here if you don't feel like you're making it. Okay, here you need to smash this ice block and this ice block. Activate the trigger and go back. Here you can smash this ice block and then get through here. So this ice block. I don't really recommend taking the save because you might lose damage due to the ice block. Okay, also if you're... oh, whoops, I forgot to take a save. Right. Excuse me for a moment. Yeah, you can also get through that refresher by not activating it if you hug the wall. Okay, so here I just want to explain something. If you manage to get from the first save to here, then use flight to get over here, get here, and you can't really turn back on this save, so use flight to the left. That's the only case which really needs to use flying to the left. But in our case, we just can reuse this hole that we just dug. And here you can ignore the spring, go for the refresher. Important moment here, you need to save on the top of this book, because and as soon as you save reset, you need to get here for a good cycle. Yeah, you do it like this, and then just do the platforming. And there should also be a good cycle here, like this. Except I need to save my first jump. Like this. Yeah. Okay. Last screen of the second act. Here we need to do this jump. It's pretty tight, and requires a lot of practice, but you can get consistent at it. And it saves a lot of time. Alright, there I also walked into the refresher and it got triggered. It's a bug and it's really cool. You don't have to destroy any ice blocks. It saves a lot of time. So let me repeat that. Like this. And then you can just move on. You don't even need campfire at the bottom. So this ice block, and here you need to save somewhere around this part of the save. And after saving, you can just hold right and reset, and you can automatically get through that ring cycle. And here you just kill all the ice blocks. It's a long segment. Yeah. What you could do here is, after smashing the block, you can do a singular shift release over here. Yes, you can technically use a singular shift release to half your speed on without when you have no jumps left, but you can only do that once. You cannot fly without any jumps left. Alright. Here you want to kill this block, and here you want to smash these two blocks. And then kill this one. Take the trigger and go back to this screen. Do the platform. Trigger. Do this jump and kill this ice block, and you're done. Just fall into the water. Yeah, that was the second act. Alright. Now I only have to cover the boss. And I guess a hard transition to the boss too. So anyways, as soon as you see that your camera moves to your kit, you gain your control over the kit and you can just start jumping to the left. What you want to do here is get here and jump to the boss. It's much faster than doing it this way, because you also need to jump here. So yeah, you'd rather do something like this. And then use an A key to enter the boss act. Okay, before starting this boss, I want to cover one mechanic which we use on this boss. So if you hold down and shoot, and spam shoot, well, let me do it here. You see that I'm pressing left and right direction keys and not moving. Yes, you are stuck technically. But for some reason, on ice platforms, it's really buggy and you're able to move by taking left or right keys. Which is really good for this boss, because you only need to shoot right on this boss, and the less you turn to the left, the better, because the boss is on the right. So yeah, keep that in mind. As for the boss, it's pretty simple. You just do the attacks. Rocks are aimed at you. This spiral starts at a random angle. then a bit more rocks, then some insta-gifts. Okay, and now we use our strat. Stay around somewhere here and then get in SA spot. Yeah, this should be good. Okay, and now just finish the boss. This is the final attack and it's pretty hard for first time, but you can get consistent at it. And that was the boss. Cool stuff. And now we have unlocked the second world. So, get into the time machine and press up once, and then press shift. And we're entering the Jurassic era, which I will cover in the next episode. But for now, thank you for watching, see you next time.